Heavy goods trucks 5 or more axles na eji 2 cedis 50 pesos and they call 350. Agriculture tractor na 50 pesos they call 1 cedi. Agriculture tractor with trailer na 50 they call 1 cedis. And we shall say average percentage increase 88.05. And no any letter about Bontia. Ibisa Deputy Finance Minister Miami MP John Kuma, and this letter is very authentic. Uko Peace FM online. Edaho signed and then received. And you know was so received 11th March 2023. And reference number 291. Just say highways, road and highways authority na receive. Into momo receive ya no na copy na ye den about Bontia. Yeah, and I bisa John Kuma or say a leaked letter, but very authentic if you say. Now, we wouldn't accept it. I first saw proposed road tolls on social media. Road and Transport Committee Chair. Open here a friend ono osanye NPP ni. Or yeah NPP Mrashebejani wo Akim Suedru. Your friend Kennedy Nyako Osei. Ono na oye Roads and Transport Committee Chairman. Or say nyade ombejatum na yenti asem kakra odi tudwa as background story na ye nto aso
do as a minister
Kennedy me say we a chairman una we say James Sebano Roads and Transport Committee road tolls near Debano yeni major road tolls wa Ghana motorway Ayimensa, Kaswa, Takrade Kwine, Kumase Kwine, Sremu Kwine, ye Kovolta region, Akonsomo, Michelle Company and there. Kwine Wohonan Kasano. The state of the road is bad. Mori Junction, Hose, Mom Kuke Kusun, Kabila Fio Bainche. 18 propose any by Yanka Bibia Sebebia road tolls no one, Yabe Kwine, Yanka Bibia Zao.
You Kwame, where a few more some no bekai. The answer committee here on someone say ministry need to be anymore. Eh, Dika catch them say some person modern road to the Babaka. Hey, it should be in the new form. In the new form, they say, oh, make sure say. See, I'm no say, yeah, na in Camera, AGG tolls no near war 38 toll plazas across the country. 38. Nakumako, Ediasa, Mochi. And they war across the country. I can't tell them say about percent of this to the Babiumua. They should make sure say Omobe automate all the toll plazas.
Okay.
And Yadia will be Uncle Krobi Kojina na Udua what Jessica, cause you can't Jumaya there. One can not false. I just say Ukako you want to really be found someone Yadia the back of paper and to my gumpe. You be a one more carry. Now percent of brand was better free. O pesa obra no ase dia na se etumi di abefu mfidie ya baby and now call legon higher o pesa o pass through University of Ghana
betcha
ya automation wo hono mu a nkotwa o card me fa ho da bia makotwa afie na metwa metuaka edameka ni ntumi pam nko nti ada na abefu mfidie aba bebre o memu anasela ya mani partner ho AGT sika no duru ano de amano nipa ni gina ho o se aka o ayi minisika na afi no o sesa na manfo ka bodompem ukọ abanone a ye sa na ye no enye se eni hu nim dia se ye betumi ayo ye betumi aye mana ye ti ye de aka kire ministry ni se so mo person mo introduce bia we will only accept it when they decide so be automate na no ye baako de to so mienu so no so mo person o mo ye reintroduction a o make sure say rate ni e beje no yet reasonable and economically acceptable. Because reasonable and economically acceptable, they may person me chireni. Kwame se CIA eti hui 38 tolls na na wo no. Afia bia am between 72 to 78 million Ghana cedi. Afia bia 38 afia bia sa na de mai.
Okay.
Now shemu asa 38 no so only 7 of them am 80% of the revenue. Just a 31 akano. Am I 20% pay? Is it not every ho? Into you could see mu de na e wo hanu a we year anu anu no. Bia no am I bi. Na say sika ya kwame am 78 million na am Kwame. se sika no se ministry no kura ya na adwen say ye betumi ye pese ye use for only road patching work e wo ye omemu ha kura omuntumi mpache more than 50 kilometers of our road with that money.
Okay.
Which means coming a new baby just for road patching and now so Kwame no kase Segana help us or yakwan. Your friend be the easiest or my friend say the common or the cheapest one are your friend between surfacing. Your friend sapeti a man focus ya sapeti no. And then the cost of a kilometer of sapeti road na say between surfacing no. I range between $400,000 to $600,000. Sapetino. Who they buy a Ghana Sikama say who is $400,000 in Ukraine? How they buy a Ghana Sikama say rate in Ukraine 12 cedi. We are talking about 4.8 million Ghana cedi per kilometer of SARS between surfacing road. Inti young partner say 78 million. I JJ free you toll plaza.
Yeah.
You see a person the constructed road. And then say 78 million Ukraine we cannot construct more than 20 kilometers of roads in this country. Sabai se see akura so Sabai na adwin say sa proposal here a Ministry of Finance e dey come road ministry some ka say ya je atum yansa na be maintain sa 150 pesos no a o maye no we are only going to increase the old revenue now 78 by 80% because the increment is going to be about 80%, average 80%. Into the Kahua, additional 62 million. We are talking about 140 million Ghana cedi. See a percent you construct road work. Even you should between surface here. How many kilometers na 140 million Ghana cedi no betumi constructing. It can only construct just 30 kilometers. Now sure memu ya kwan ya say danu ya chire just about only 27% of our road and paved, which means almost about more than let's say 60 something percent 67% kwan ya to say asay yempegu ye do person opegu now tackle this road we need a lot of investment in the sector.
Okay. Opening your friend will say Honorable Kennedy Nyako Osei or NPP MP for Akim Swedro. Ono na oye titinani edima committee or parliament ya omne share akwan ne akwan tempon so and let me twi na bar on se minti ma gra one ga struggle akwan ne akwan tempon so yeti emse oni chairman general Kwame Sifa kan kasa enrechi enom yes program we ebra to no asem by na oni chairman general kasa enodi tum na was say according to him the new proposal won't be accepted since it is too low and must be reasonably and economically acceptable. Ono chese e too low intimi enye enough but then ade ba kwa wasan kan ye ni se ono kra no roto no otino social media ono ye committee chairman no Kalusha ataka something about coordination communication any liaison about this government otaka wasampa also otino on social media. But the essence, the reintroduction of the whole thing. Kalu, so the born command to me, the uncommon Wilson. I was in a party near Black Progressive Party. Black Progressive Party, you know, say the slogan here Ghana Bay.
Amen.
BPP.
Amen.
BPP. Anyway,
Amen. Ghana Bay.
You might share the reintroduction of the route tool. Any your stake or your take.
First and foremost, Masendo documents mean say ya na share. Memory ready bibi wo ho ama.
Okay.
But first and foremost, oka route tool no, o share e can be about e-levy.
Yeah.
And me pese me fa if you mo. I keep saying say Ghana. Your problem are your war Ghana.
Deal with mommy quick. We
don't have to borrow money from anywhere. just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
This was Vice President seeking power in 2016.
Yeah.
Telling the Mahama administration, which by then times we can say said they were doing good, how to manage the economy, how to build better roads network for the country without borrowing.
Yeah.
And then he comes into power and cancel the road toll. Something he campaigned on.
Yeah. It is a confirmation, say, we lack, the problem we have in Ghana, a leadership crisis. Almost Obi Bia in him the right thing that needs to be done in Ghana. But Omunya Akwenyana, most of them, almost all of them, Inya Akwenyana.
Oh, me bacha ni slogan or say Ghana beyede. Me na mention ye. Ghana beyede. Nye Ghana beye. Ghana beyede.
Omunya opportunity na for them to commit to adia omunim no na eno abe problem. And that is why I keep talking about integrity, leaders with integrity, leaders with integrity. We lack leaders with integrity in Ghana. Omo ka asem and omunim de no kre no. Omu be jina no kre no, so aka say insuomo ewiemo, I'm standing by the truth. And President Akufo-Addo kasi sikaso and so comedy no. He knew what he was saying and it was a fact.
Yeah.
Ghana is one of the richest countries in terms of natural resources. You will sika pa in Ghana. But we don't need to borrow. Sika ye nyina no Ghana no. No kre. The problem is transit power no.
Ya mobo wo Ghana. Eti sikaso omenya ohia mai. Nenam amamua enkoye nti no.
That is perfectly American. The Okan no, and I still believe in that words even today. Say Ghana enye onyamai yetisikaso. The only problem with Ghana is that we have leadership crisis. You will leaders are omuni integrity, and I onkrofo omo holding leadership positions are omuni integrity. And until they come in and they are consumed by power, and they decide that they will be more corrupt than even the worst corrupt person are omo fight against here. And I'll give you typical examples. Embra you introduce road to you introduce e-levy. Say Ghana, the number of taxes are one. We don't need to introduce a new tax. They here in Ghana and say you basically the loopholes in the country. For instance, Osha Auditor General's report.
Yeah.
Osha report a fee integrity initiative. It is established say averagely every year, Ghana lose $3 billion to corruption. $3 billion to corruption. In other words, you sikana and you raise sikana. 3 billion, we can't account for it. A cut into people's pockets. 3 billion. And now I know because you say you share 3 billion if he IMF honomo. Common sense will tell you say if you are able to seal the loopholes, maximum of a year you can get 3 billion. And you don't need conditionalities from IMF. But they won't do that because some cats almost silly loopholes now. What it means is ikana omunya into their pocket, it will go off ebekate, and they are not willing to sacrifice for that. The other thing, the wastages we have in the system. Emasika ye wo. Say the president eka then. Answer no be president say it is so comedy. Say the vice president then or your candidate answer no be vice president. We don't have to borrow near adeno. All those monies, they came to meet it, but they decided to waste it, just like the way previous governments wasted Sikayo. And I mean, we have what we call quasi institutions in the country. Every year, you read the budget, you apportion Sika. Omo ye ejuma nipa mienu institutions mienu miensa ebetumi aye. Today, we have, when it comes to Ghana, we have more than 3 different institutions. Omo mandate is to take care of the youth. Every year, be omo ina ye more musika. Omo say, Ejuma, National Youth Authority, it is almost the same Ejuma and a NEP It is almost the same Ejuma and a Maslock It is almost the same Ejuma and a other institution And so omunina, instead of bringing them together and forming one institution, na say budget ne ye ma institutions me ansa budget ye be kati mienu na ye de ama baako na mienu sika no ye de go into another thing in the country, we decide not to do, because the more we create quasi institutions, the more you create jobs for the boys, as they call it.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, a typical example, even the ministries are here. Today, as we speak, we have a ministry called Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. Osha Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, this is a ministry under Rawlings. We didn't have that ministry. His Excellency Kofoba and Obe created that ministry.
But when you free or
Maybe His Excellency Kofo and Obe created that ministry.
Yep.
His Excellency Atamils by and Obe free honor.
Yeah.
His Excellency John Mahama Baye, he didn't reintroduce it. His Excellency Kufuado Baye, and Ode Baye. The point is this: if under John Mahama, Atamils, Rawlings, the country could function without that ministry, it means that ministry is not a key ministry that we need.
It's not required.
It's not required. Ugugu says here now call into the website of the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. Core mandate, the minister's core mandate is to serve as a liaison between the executive and parliament. That is the basic duty of the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, to serve as a liaison between parliament and then executive and the presidency. Now, per convention, what is the duty of a majority leader of any parliament in Ghana?
So share business of the house.
Of the house. What business? The government's business. In other words, the majority leader of any given parliament in Ghana is supposed the Jumani say obe serve as a liaison between government and then the executive.
This is Jack Schumer.
Yes.
And I was Senate for Biden. Yeah.
And today, as we speak, and that's the reason why
it used to be Mitch Connell. We are down for.
That is
Republican.
That is the reason why Rawlings' time it wasn't there, but the country functioned very well because majority leader then he was performing the duty. Kufuor came and brought it. Atamils came, took it off. John Mahama came, took it off. It still functioned. Akufo-Addo came and has brought it on. A quasi institution. Say majority leader Nejumane say obe serve as a liaison. Why do you create a ministry?
A whole ministry
and say okay, now majority leader, aside being a majority leader, we are calling you a minister.
And then you take minister's pay.
And then you are also the Ejumane say
minister,
you are just doing
minister
allowances and all those things. As Gracia as a minister and all that. Garden boys and all that. And Ejuma Bena as a minister of parliamentary affairs. The same Ejuma it is as majority leader. 2021, the budget that was sent to the ministry 15.1 million Ghana cedis. For what? 15.1 million Ghana cedis. Couldn't we have used it to do something else? And still parliament, the majority leader would have functioned.
Yeah.
What is the essence? These are the wastages we are talking about. Yet Isikaso and so comedian. This is a typical example. I'll give you another example. When the president of Ghana or travel within Ghana, training very well. Anytime or travel piano convoy. Aside the convoy, there's one vehicle which is dedicated just for the carrying of the presidential chair. President A2 within Ghana. Any region of Bekobiano, you're carrying a presidential seat,
Car
bakum, V8 bakum. From Accra to wherever. The irony of it is so O2 outside Ghana there and Nkobi. Not just Oba America and no the American food they say akunje bi edebe man so international or you're comfortable. But or travel within Onwani Nkrofo within Onwani citizens of Ghana. And no dear Osose the Jujube or whatever reason until they go with a chair. I don't have a problem with the chair or the call. I have a problem with the cost involved in carrying of the chair. V8 Bakon e carrying a conja to wherever he's going. Not to talk of the driver or driver's car. Not to talk of a policeman or whatever that sits in it. Not to talk of the tear and wear of the car. Say best tires, whatever and all that. I just want to concentrate on just one component, which is the fuel.
Yeah.
Now, averagely, say V8 bia air travel 200 kilometers. Averagely, what they use the minimal amount. It consumes an amount of 2,000 Ghana cedis just on fuel. 200 kilometers bia consuming an amount of 2,000 Ghana cedis on fuel. The minimal 2,000, which I know reality it is not. It is more than 2,000. But Mfani say 2,000. Now let's do this calculation. Yamfani said the president's itinerary for a month is such that he travels within Ghana 15 times. 15 times. It means we are looking at 15 times. Times 200, which is the kilometers. Times 2,000, which is the cost of fuel for we say, you know,
per trip.
Per trip. That is for a month. If you multiply that by 12, which is a whole year, what it means, they say, every year the president spends 72 million Ghana cedis on fuel for carrying a chair.
Wow.
Are you getting the picture?
Very well.
For Minister Assessment, can make 30 kilometers of a road.
Thank you.
Yeah, from minister the calculation.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Just like I said yesterday, Ghana's problem, Ghana, we don't have much problem in the country.
But Ketwana Yano so a higher chair
because of the kind of people we elect to be our leaders. We have leadership crisis. Ghana's problem, economic problem, whatever problem, it has nothing to do with any other thing than leadership crisis. We have leadership crisis in Ghana. We are not getting leaders with integrity. We have leaders who know, or people who claim to be leaders are omunim the right things,
but they won't
do it. If they would do it, what has changed when the president, then candidate, Ekasi Yetisika Sonso comedian, Sasika no who in opposition, has it changed? What has changed when the now vice president or your candidate or kasi waye juma wa Bank of Ghana da no nimsika Ghana wo enti enya dia ye be eti say ye borrow sika? What has changed?
We shouldn't even go to IMF.
We shouldn't go to IMF. What has changed? It's simply because we lack leaders with integrity. We have leaders who believe in wastages. Just look at the amount of money, taxpayers' money, you use on carrying a presidential chair. $72 million dollars. Sorry, Ghana cedis. Forgive me, this dollars. 72 million Ghana cedis every year, just carrying a chair. Keke. The irony, as I said, they say Otu Kwan call outside. Queen Elizabeth ewuye.
Yeah.
Oshe president, maybe I didn't know Ghana president. Church mu ekotena. It was just some bench biso and a line omu ina no metina so. I watched it. Would the president sit on bench in Ghana say Ofi Accra, Flagstaff House, Naso Oko, Ebi Akumase, and Naso Oko, Eastern Region, or another place? Will he be comfortable to sit on bench? No. Because a hard year, obey to me waste.
The nature of people we are, in culture and values, and ye subainti na ebi enya power wiana sika na tumi be die nsama ye feel say afede akonyawe na na metena so unity radio mean deserve biem. Is it our nature? And I say we just get power drunk.
It is more of power drunk. It is just more of power drunk, and it is also because the citizens, they don't ask probing questions.
Yeah, we don't see anything.
We don't see anything wrong with that.
You talk the MPP need to and
Look, this calculation I mean make it. I bet you say Montanasi and make it this calculation.
No, I have not.
Why do you mean that? But this is how we are wasting our money.
We only complain about president Eddie Akunyaba Akusi the current.
Yeah.
And we ask ourselves, what is the need?
What's the need?
But
we are not looking at the effect
by
of it.
Say, remember, say kilometers. 200 kilometers will cost 2,000.
Into averagely, what the emphasis say, they say 15 times when you can say or cut 10 times in point. Just multiply by 10 times and multiply that by the year. And me make it premises be the number of schools under trees that we have. 5,409 according to Ghana Ministry of Education. That is the number of schools under trees I work. And I went further to say, what's the name? Etel Tigo. Etelco in Ghana. A building 6-unit classroom block, well furnished for 300,000
Ghana cedis.
Divide 72 million by 300,000. and you see the number of classroom blocks are bit me just overnight.
But buying soon AC school now 300,000 now can.
That is also the thing I'm coming to. That's the wastages we are talking
about.
That's the wastages. 300,000. And so my buying NC6 units classroom block.
1 million Ghana cedis, 1.5, 2
and
million.
Ghanaians will not question it. They will go ahead and continue to do it. Oh, Ghanaians there. Oh, the election time will do it. Oh, the Ebemo movie. And unconsciously, on the part of the citizens and consciously on the part of these few greedy leaders, they have decided, say, the best way to do is to segregate our followers on partisan line. It's the NDC, MPP ni neteha, and I make us say muya. Or be attacking me strongly. Or who say on to me in discredit here? The best thing Obe can say, oh, we say NDC for cry,
yeah. Equalization.
Not just say, asema ye kano. Wasay no. NDC ni neteha, and asema mike echo against the NDC. Or shana say on to me in discredit here, asema mekana. No, I refer, na say MPP for crown, so yeah. Then the focus changes from what I'm talking about to NDC MPP. And then into embrace citizens na NDC MPP now the so-called politician leaders no and Ghana as a nation then we are collapsing it, and that is the reality. Now coming to giving this premise, coming to this so-called road toll, and I'm here saying so-called because idea I am very passionate about and I'm really angry about it. Masendo document.
Just kind message we.
Okay.
Eja Brefa Buzia. Osiopo. Sincerely speaking, this man is something else. He's referring to you.
Right.
He has hit the nail very well, right on top. Look at what he has been saying, or the analysis he's been making. NPP has failed us. I'm very happy about him. Me
dana say. Now, so Oshe document me send him out now. I just want you to read the headline.
Okay.
Top nekeke.
Okay.
And where it's coming from.
Okay. Madam person making messages I mean come on, so I don't stop your flow.
Yes.
Okay. The headline. But letterhead no.
Yes, letterhead.
Crusaders Against Corruption.
Yes.
Dated
yes.
September 3rd, 2022.
Good.
The Office of the Speaker, Parliament of Ghana, Accra, Ghana. Dear Right Honorable Speaker Alan Sumana Kingsford Barbin. And the headline, petition to censor and surcharge Mr. Kwesi Amoakon Atta, Ghana's Minister of Roads and Highways.
Fantastic. Me pacho first page na asiye honomo. No. First page no asiye honomo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the pen natural.
Okay, my minimize no. Signed na.
Received.
Received 9/3/2022.
Okay, and Grace, that is the clerk.
Right?
Yes.
Grace. The name is Grace, right?
Grace, the clerk of Parliament.
Yeah, received.
I know receive it.
Into Momo Chro ko September 3rd. And September 10th.
The same day now.
Exactly,
the same day now. Now, this is what I want listeners to appreciate. Say, embra this roto, you close it down. This is what Crusaders did. The first thing we did, and they say you better petition to Parliament, to the Speaker, and we were expecting two things: to censor and surcharge Amwakwata. And I'm going to give the reasons for that. Your grounds for this argument. And then make catch it here for the Parliament a year. Anna, what has come out of this petition? Now, on the 18th of November 2021.
That was before the petition? Or
no,
22?
No. Petition here 2022. Now, 17th of November 2021, and there was a budget presentation in Ghana. You make a budget the following day, 18th of November 2021. Anna, Mr. Amoakwata, the road minister, Edibetu just said, "We cancel road tolls." Into road tolls in Ghana was cancelled in the month of November, the day of 18th, 2021. And omucha road toll. In fact, when the road toll was cancelled, no, obi owa Ghana bi follow ebe hu say 17th you read the budget ni wie no. Yeah, that's sorry, you know, that there was a communique flying all over, say road toll with immediate effect. You trim. Amakwata trim. Your letter, your troy, and yet as a dean on you who said no, it amounts and I borders on two clear things. First one, Amakwata ni action no, unconstitutional and illegal. That's the first thing. And until we say Parliament should censor Amakwata on that illegality. And if you look at our petition, we had our arguments on it. The first one, we relied on in fact, the three grounds for arguing unconstitutionalism and illegality were based in the provisions in the Constitution. Now, the first one was Article 93, Clause 2. Reading. So Article 93 Clause 2 says, subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the legislative power of Ghana shall be vested in Parliament and shall be exercised in accordance with this Constitution. In other words, you can't arm of government in Ghana, in Bra, a Parliament. That is what it says. The second one.
So in a sense, the minister has no power to say some road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The minister of transport have the jurisdiction to council road toll.
Exactly.
He said minister of finance and then no the budget say
no, it should be Parliament.
It should be Parliament.
Because with financial issue but not the substantive.
But even
minister of
the finance minister ne kakra only to me say ochim.
Yeah.
It should be
Parliament. Into finance minister and this is where majority leader comes in. It is the position of the executive, the government.
Yes,
it passes through majority leader because he is the one who carries government business to Parliament.
The floor, yeah.
Not the accord. Then they debate it. Parliament. The second one, which makes it unconstitutional, Article 174 Clause 1. It says no taxation, and remember this road toll is a tax. No taxation shall be imposed.
Otherwise, second page, Nana.
Yeah, second page, Okay. Second page in our petition, the second page. Okay. Article, but if you have anyone who or what constitution who can make reference, Article 174 Clause 1. Yeah. It says no taxation shall be imposed otherwise than by or under the authority of an act of Parliament that establishes it. 2. Where an act enacted in accordance with Clause 1 of this article confers power on any person or authority to waive or vary a tax imposed by that act, the exercise of the power of waiver or variation in favor of any person or authority shall be subject to the prior approval of Parliament
by resolution.
Are you getting it? So they know if you want money idea.
Parliament. Na Parliament G2.
Are you getting it?
You propose to Parliament.
Yes.
And the Parliament makes a resolution on that.
Fantastic. The other one, Article 58, 2. And that is also our second page.
Causing financial loss.
No. I know your second one, crowd. Article 58.2.
Oh, yeah, further that article.
Yes.
Yeah, 58.2.
58.2.
Yeah.
The executive authority of Ghana shall extend to the execution and maintenance of this Constitution and all laws made under or continued enforced by this Constitution. In other words, the executive, of which minister is part of, what is their duty according to Article 58.2? The execution authority. Omo the any say Parliament be ye.
No more Mashama.
Omo need to me bia say omo. Because omo revoke ye chatom. So if you look at Article 93.2, Article 174.1, Article 58.2, it is a clear establishments.
Violation of the constitution.
The constitution.
Yeah.
And that establishes illegality and unconstitutionalism.
So, what came out of this petition?
Now,
okay, step by step.
That one.
Okay.
Into this establishes it. The second one, you're causing financial loss to the state. And as I said earlier on, Ghana, the problem with the average Ghanaian is we always condemn issues, but we don't even look at the cost of things affecting us.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that the president travels with his chair. Obi andwen the amount of money it costs here. Are you getting it? We don't see. Say that money can build some borehole in some village.
Yeah.
In Kolebi or Honomo.
Yeah.
Enya clean water anum. I have traveled by God's grace. Me nim baby amen koye e Ghana.
Unko Chirkrom, unyanko mikro. Until you finish your trip to Chirkrom.
Mate.
Unko Ghana, that's your next assignment.
Mate, you go to some places, especially the northern part that I love much. Masa, you do some places, I will be someone who say, is this part of Ghana?
Any part here?
Eka Ghana huana.
Me call me of an FMCC or Amsterdam on the Watrabi.
Yeah.
On one it is a Jabri farm or Hobogers. Now, I could share Ghana 2013 year quay yebio. Kalunza Metakas asked me, Kwausro. Now, me refikrundi, me frame of Accra last week, Nampese, bro, a bear from plains. But offer Beponana qua last town here day. Now, I feel do baby, bro, can into tear the 3 cars.
Yeah.
And a quiet. Me offer and me brother back on Accra New Botiano. On a yiri and an yin and a kujano. Till you do on your pack your cars now. Sakia pick up near into Modi Nuya in Nuani Gugu. Ya, a mobile boy is in Nuya Gumo. Care pick up now, define your money bill. And only to me fast acquaintance now, near Tina Canim. Me see, say Ada. Me yere baba benya kwan opepe sobeka sa radio so a oba betina ha no that day me say I stopped living na minim say yawu kalu ka ni timi kopa na aye say that's right na ye come say omo ti ona de omo ho na omo fa from say
na de na mu ye
okay she pasa the drivers are omo enyo obi an team driver fa ho na mena no do ba bia kalu ka ni time ni timi sha mena no beka say mpie bio na ka na chia na ikudu krom ho no me see we were in tears Kalusha say uhu baby nipa party omu hu light crowd dey say makofa yes sir na me bi some say nti omu be campaign omu ba o se hwe omu ba politicians it mo sum yeah any party me fa kwan we su ba ha be campaign and nipa hwe ma nipa tete bia we mu and we count them as part of the country. Kalu, say me no ko Ghana, na me no ko krom ho. Me can say no. Yes, he who feels it knows it. Feel ya me it's still written. It's in the party ha. Na if you all kono asase kakraka pa etwa between Krono the last town on omuntem and na hona ye te say engura pana fulani for so san gum and na yesi ma no so fulani for no samu nantia ba kroma be pe bibia to a na yesan chiwo mo esan repo mo oh god that's it to a point and I've seen some of these things physically
too quite to some places you will weep unless you don't have conscience and just like you said do politicians go
now my wife
it's also they don't have conscience
sika na we ho bro before and you say it's me trying to reduce brag but I'm telling what happened you free ebedu ngoko no ebedu ye car ho no say nya me na ya adum na ya fele ye car gas na ye ko ya and give you a kebe short because ya bani ye hu sika nyina ye den asa everybody we were giving just say ye free car na ye san ba back no omo de ye chiti say they be campaign am for two scam and obia
it's so sad it's so sad though look say Accra Kumasi, the capitals Nima. You think that is all.
You don't see it.
And sometimes, especially when I hear some politicians, especially the so-called communicators near Adeno, now they speak with some arrogance. Say like when you are talking about realities, Nema affecting your fellow Ghanaian. Now, no fight as if say no,
everything is okay.
I am like
Ghana, you need
God
problem.
have mercy. So this is the illegal part of it. The second one, I know yesterday a petition called 2022. Say Parliament should first censor based on the illegality and then surcharge based on causing financial loss to the state. And the financial loss to the state, I'm going to do a calculation here again for everyone to see.
Because we're cancel toll booths.
Now, and financial loss to the states, we were relying on the Criminal Code 1960 Act 29, Section 2, which defines causing financial loss to the state. Oshe and audio boy the person MP confirmed it. Ranking member committee. Finance minister.
Chairman. Only ranking member. Chairman.
Okay.
Finance
Committee of Transport.
Finance minister established, I think last year or so, in his budget, say Ghana makes an average of 78 million Ghana cedis every year. Afibia, if you wrote home, and that is the figure we have. 78 million Afibia.
Upon all the loopholes.
Bibiano, Sika, Aban,
Yensakano.
70. Say, Nkrofobe, Wiebi, Omobe, whatever.
Receipt.
And Omobe receipt. At the end of the day, the Yensaka, 78 million. Averagely, 78 million Ghana cedis. A year, say 78 million Ghana cedis. Divide the year by the number of days in a year. You will get 209,677 Ghana cedis each day. Into the approximately 209,000 Ghana cedis every day. That is what road toll was giving Ghana.
209,000
Ghana cedis.
Tete 209 billion.
That's right. Tete Sikano. Good. Now it means that Tambena you closely road toll 18th of November 2021. 18th of November 2022. 1 year. Not just say yeshre 70
1.5 years.
Maybe not just say yeshre 78 million.
A boy.
We are in 2023. Calculated from January. And I'm just saying
it's in November. It's in November.
Yes, it's in November.
The annual starts from November.
Good. It's November. Beautiful. So that is to November is 78 million. Now December, January, February, March. Me pacha yenye sa calculation yen fanka 78 now. I want Ghanaians to appreciate this, and I want everyone to appreciate it. It is not just about talking, but sometimes you talk and you know the value of the cost of it. December meboa, January, February, or they say March in put the ending year into 3 months. So we have young fans say 30 days.
Because I cut just about 13 days, not March ending. And then by the time March ends,
it will not be implemented.
Because to no come
exactly.
I'm saying in effect the next year now, and this year.
Well, I haven't even followed it. Into not just say March can have 4 months. Young fan say all this month 30
December,
days, 30 days,
January,
30 days.
February, March, 4 months.
30 days, 30 days, 30 days. Not just 120 days. Multiply the 120 days by 209,677. That will give us 25 million Ghana
plus
cedis.
78 million.
Plus 78. 1, 2, 3. 108.16 million.
108 million Ghana
8 million Ghana cedis
for that 1.5 years.
And a year, the loss are Amwakwata Akoso to the state Ghana for engaging in this illegal, unconstitutional act. 108 million. Again, divide 108 million by 300,000. It will tell you the number of 6-unit classroom blocks are able to me. Ifim. And now even the kilometers of roads.
And calculation.
This is the amount of money ayashre. Simply because one person at that sorry you decided say ono na buying a waso or your minister obia into me nyane enti he will offend the Constitution of Ghana and breach articles 93, article 174, article 58 obe tuegu. Now I hear the ope and so over a year on who has done something to him.
So my question is minority or they no more here in parliament. Did they not know that this was an unconstitutional?
It tells us the kind of leaders we are electing.
Jeez.
It tells us the kind of leaders we are electing and what they indeed do in parliament.
Book no cry omo as constitution. They don't even
exactly.
They don't
so omo ankasa omo sheshe embrama yen no. Omo boom braso. I told you yesterday say Ghana na only politician enya case embrano favors the politician. Because this is a typical example. Una ye bibi and a front. The Constitution says you are not supposed to take someone's life. Me know you kofa obi life you betting atum
for life.
The same Constitution says what Amwakwanta did is illegal and unconstitutional. Is he not working around?
Free. Nobody is even bringing it.
Nobody
is
talking about it. Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana, you decided say ye be far out to your huso. You be throw petition at the parliament. Near catch parliament say moon censor no based on the illegality. Muvia moon charge no say charge no.
So
Sasika ontia. Wabo maineka ontia Sasika no. You dey call parliament. Unlike special prosecutor's officer, the petition qua they don't even write to acknowledge anything. Parliament aside receipts no, omo throw official letter my and say omo saka. And they were good and kind enough to tell us how parliamentary works.
Procedure.
They are saying that this petition, it can only come to parliament through a parliamentarian.
Parliamentarian,
That is their work. That's fine. Me fire yepe, and me di kind.
Is that what they call members' bill?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me di kind. Echo contact some friends, MPs, about 4 different MPs.
On the MPP. Same side or different sides?
Me started with the majority. About 4 different MPs. Our majority. Their answers were very simple. MPP MPs about 4. They were laughing like I'm quite a foul. Na me 5 day we me panic say ombuana yenya road wo me constituency ne de bia me call the office say omuma me contract omuma me road na me dey ade we oh boss mean to me 4 different MPP MPs and ombuge say okay no problem.
Let me go to the
minority. I went to 6 different. One of them, me no cry have a conversation. I have it on my phone. They were all giving the same thing. And you know that opposition, be easy. We are trying to lobby this man to give us Yakanisen road where you chromo. This is the kind of MPs you people elect and think that they are representing your constituencies and your interests. This is the kind of MPs.
But
basically, when did we send the date here then? 2022. Basically, I haven't been able, and our Crusaders has not been able to get even 1 MP or Bekas or no dear for the sake of Ghana. Bring your petition. Let me push it. Petition ain't hanging. That is Ghana for you. Basically, and these are people you are voting for.
I'm dumbfounded.
These are people you are voting for. Embrace so for elections, you fight, steal ballot boxes, do whatever, kill your neighbors, fight your friends, do whatever. I know friends because of NDC MPP into Omonkasa, there are no more friends because one belongs to one NDC, one belongs to MPP. They see it as themselves as enemies, and these are the people you are fighting for. Think instead they are in parliament to represent your interest.
Their interests.
Are you getting it?
Now, say, Pekwanya constituency. Should that suck him to illegality to get a road to your?
Who cares?
MPI
that is what it means. Who cares?
Oh my goodness!
And now me know what I say.
But is that a right or a right? And now you have
to. That's a question.
I never could say MPs now. When they are campaigning now, instead of telling the constituency, say when I go to parliament, I'll go and lobby for them to bring you a road here. Monka say me kwa me be kwan amamu. Osu ni ska do be kwan no. Enti e ba na say e na okwa lobby enu bi enti akwa ba no okwa
but even that Kalu should
even that you
condone
yeah, so that you can get what you. I mean, who does that?
Because it's a small.
Who does that?
They all try to lobby.
Yeah.
For the man to go
who
and help
does
them.
that?
And out of that, Nasemba and Tuminka.
Nasemba and only idea no.
And they hire no.
Nasemba and Tuminka the same thing. Into Obia episode catch the eye of the president. Nasa if you obey reshuffle like the minister and as a deputy. And when it is president here idea in your cra Obi and Tuminka. That is the country we are building. And I keep saying, the problem we have in Ghana has nothing to do with resources. A leadership crisis. We elect politicians into leadership positions instead of electing leaders into political positions. We are electing politicians into leadership positions. If indeed we had leaders in parliament, they could have said, let me do the right thing. I don't care if my constituents will vote for me
happens?
Or not. But they are thinking of the next
election.
They are thinking of the next election.
National, what can I say? Neck near
yes.
For Kase,
that is what they are all looking at.
Yeah.
Until they will mess up the system, they will mess up the economy. Now, no say, hey, Ghana de yenko yenimo, Ghana de nema say you. Nema say who that why nema say or Ghana?
Ourselves.
We say we want to practice democracy. Fair enough. The democracy I here practicing, for me, I always say it's even a confused kind of democracy we are practicing in Ghana. We call it hybrid democracy, where we take some things from America and we've taken some things from UK, and that is what we put together to develop our constitution. Into your constitution here, hybrid form of democracy I here practicing. The democracy I here practicing in Ghana say me were a particular constituency, I should give my powers to someone to go and represent me. Sebi. Constitution is whoever I will let to go and represent me, it is perceived that the person is representing the minds of the constituency. Now you to Abama Kalusha. Now Koseko representing. Now Udu Honum.
Tisa Sema okay. It rings my mind and bring me back to one of the stories I saw this morning from former NPP chairman a new job in North constituency. Kase Baumia Ilusu flag bearership na obequity politics. Just look at this.
Yeah. I mean that's the mindset.
If Baumia loses, I'll quit politics.
That's just the mindset.
Okotena radio TV now wa kasi sana Baumia.
Yeah.
So Baumia comes. Oh, I call you.
Exactly.
On the Kasama Epao.
That's it.
It's
not because of
the
competence.
That's all they do.
It's not because of the leadership
now
competence.
Now, say John.
Yeah. I said, I mean, Ghana politics. I'm not sure the power or the competency. But the person who is vocal no class, small can cry. There's no substance in that small can. But this man, in as much say, or you vocal, near man puss. Maybe I'm not going to cross on you in the you're not going to control, no, say man, just like that.
It is just that is all. It is just in Ghana, leadership, political leadership is more of a thank you. You can't say
reward.
A reward.
Yeah.
A thank you package. Hey, now me unim say them my brother party nim sa fi edubu ahin time sa and if you rolling stand sa oh am pam papa pay the wa bref wa we don't talk about company. Now Kenya sir, let me give you a typical example. In Ghana, and I have said decentralization is the best way for us to go when we want to develop. You decentralize power. Say I can say Ghana power is to me is centralized. President no to me decentralized power. We have what we call local governance system. Nyamin Chade, right from Ebia Rollins' time now, I wasn't so much involved, but right from Kufuor's time, this year, I have been very much active. Yesterday, I intentionally gave my background. I've been very much active in partisan politics, and I know how elections and things goes, especially appointee MCE and ADC. You know there will be shortlisting.
I know because I just said the Omoya for
good. Sanepa for no call for interview. Of course, interview normally someone from the party regional.
Even Care Mediano, I can give you a copy of the results from the interview.
Good.
Will copy.
Good.
Interview in our crowd win a defense. Collins Usamanqua.
Okay.
from interview, no
Yeah.
party participation,
Beautiful.
contribution.
That's what I was coming to.
Now I have
Beautiful.
Your sources, so
Beautiful.
I have
That's what
a
was
copy
coming
of
to.
the
So
KMA interview on my
I'm
phone
happy
right
to say
now.
it's not just coming
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
So that listeners may not think
me
say me
wa
conjure
copy wa
Nema.
has here. I can read it out
And
to
this
you.
has been consistent from Kufuor's time, Atta Mills's time, John Mahamed's time, Ekufuado's time. Oko interview, Ejumana Oko interview, they have yardstick. Into Omube, like Omuwo marking scheme. Say, oh, Omu you make Omu MCs, DCs. And I keep referring to from Kufuor's time to date for people to know, say, Enya Adi Esha CN. From Kufuor's time, John, can say, Atta Mills's time, Yina BCN. Okwa, they have 3 yardsticks. First one, your commitment to the party. Number 2, your contribution to the party.
Yeah.
Number 3, your plans for the districts. Plans, of course, deals with competence for the districts. The marking scheme is that your commitment to the party, how long you've been with the party, 30%. Your contributions, year core elections, masika, and I say, 30%. Your plans for no. So it is 30, and then your plans for the party.
Yep.
40%. So this is what they do. You're able to talk about your competence near the we talk about your contribution near the to the party which are 30% and pay any move it. O contribution. Oh, Embra Oba party name near the you were this, you did this which are and 30 any move it. Your competence, international say your commitment to the party carries 60%. Your competence rather carries 40%. Into most of these MCs and DCs, and of course, I make exams. Now say ABA me competence a year more, which is the 40. Now my contribution, my commitment is 0 to the party. I have failed because it's 40%. Wow, buy only competence, only plan crowd for the district, but your commitment to the party is 60%. You'll be chosen over me. Are you getting the reward?
Oh
you
yeah,
give?
yeah. Made me a copy of it. I know what
And
you're talking about.
clearly, even appointing people who are supposed to be the reps of the president or the district level, the municipal level, no crampon. Commitment to the party, no, and only a chef first, and that carries about 60%.
Yeah.
How do we develop a country like this? How do we say we are developing a country like this? And look, for me, the road toll, whether it is going to be reinstated or not. In fact, if you look at your way now, your position is that the road toll, there's no need for it to be cancelled. That is our position.
Yeah.
There's no need for it to be cancelled. So, they haven't done anything. It is just like typical of the average Ghanaian. A buying baso, that's a fool. Now let me use dollars here. That's $8. Obaso now Ochina we increasing no 9, 10. The one say do best $15. Now Adia Chia Obe reducing no from $15 to $13, and then he expects a bebo man because we reduce fuel. I don't know if you get the
Very well.
drift.
Very well.
That thing was $8. You increase it to $15. Adia China what is so as a so by about $14. And you abaya ya de what for. You know, so that is exactly what it is. Mate the number of people who are claiming and saying say, oh, the road to need a good. Some of the babaka yombo and semuma buying. Oh, the young fan say Abai has aired. I think the other day.
Yeah, Kalusha was saying.
Abai has aired, and you be biano beba bonti abe part of he has aired. Oh, they were air. So or the babaka he should bring it. It goes beyond airing. I don't know if you get it.
Yeah.
It goes beyond it. He should bring it back because he had no reason for taking it out in the first place.
Yeah.
Or the babaka on nye adibi. In fact, it is a shame on his part. Say idea air cost you waba be say no. Now we who say idea no me my say no into me. I'm just bringing it back. You haven't done anything. For me, I still stand on the grounds you make it in our petition. Say the fact say the road to Airbano, it doesn't take away the fact say the minister no Ed, the minister engaged in illegality and engaged in unconstitutionalism, and to say you train us. It doesn't take away that fact. It doesn't take away the fact. It doesn't take away the fact. Say ene the amount of money yashre ye calculation wa 108 million Ghana cedis. Amount of money yashre, it doesn't take away the fact say next year the roto neba. It doesn't take away the fact say yashre. Yeah. Enti abine parliament Ghanaians, we should demand that amount of money from Amoakwata. And say we don't care whether you are bringing the roto today or not. And we ensure because in the first place you are not supposed to take it away. Until if they buy only idea you be wasting your time on. Our interest is to what breaching the constitution of Ghana. And to say Embra NUD. The Tosubium, you've caused financial loss to the state. And to say you turn whatever it is, now you will see Yesika back. So that we can use the money to develop the country. These are the two things.
Because look at even the petition you wrote. Ope Obiamana channel the petition through him to even Parliament. Said the bear, you best stop illegality no. And when you be a financial loss no.
I think what we need, mass action.
Yeah.
You know, there are some things citizens can take to court. This thing like this,
I don't want Supreme Court.
It's all about money. Let me share something with you.
Because that was going to be my next question. Yes. Sir. I don't want to Supreme Court because Supreme Court can stop the minister.
It's all about money.
Yeah.
Look, and getting to the latter part of it, I don't know if I can say it now, but getting to the latter part of it, I wanted to talk about it. Say, Crusaders Against Corruption. One thing I decided say, you establish this CSO no. You see, he who pays the piper causes the tune. We were very careful not to depend on donors, as in foreign donors. They will control what to do. And now make us say, in Kochinabun say one of the donors are friend, Chief Crusader.
Yep.
So what we do
then the peppers become. They're not also controlled into more or less corrupt.
Exactly, corrupt. Yes. Into what we decided to do from day one is we rely on crowd funding.
Yeah.
You are talking about how great we are doing. He's talking about how great we are doing. Your listeners, viewers, they are all talking about how great we are doing. It doesn't take away the fact that more idea. The $10, the $50, the $100, add it to what you are doing, and then continue with what you are doing. Let me share this conversation with you. My lawyer, Edin Komo. Look at the date. I'm sure you know the person, but don't mention the name. Look at the date and then read the conversation.
January 27, 2023. Apt presentation. Thumbs up.
Okay.
In the matters of CRC work.
CRC, Constitutional Review Commission.
In the matters of the CRC work, would we have any legal grounds to sue for causing financial loss to the state? It says, yep.
That's my lawyer who said yes.
Yep. And then he said, the problem is lawyer fees. And then you laughed and said, I can imagine. How much will it cost?
Yes.
Let me start doing appeal for funds.
Yes.
And then he laughed. And then you said, it's true. How much will it cost to engage your services on this?
Yeah.
A Supreme Court brief